Hello, guys, and we are here for some awesome game day bingo action. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we're going to be streaming the next 12 games to you on those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch as we got these great prizes right here in front of us.
Absolutely get enrolled into this great game that is officially underway. We can't wait to give out some of these awesome jackpot prizes to you lucky players. We also want to highlight the players who have already taken home some of those great jackpot prizes, like just yesterday, how we were able to give out 2 different jackpots, making our total for the last 7 days 19 jackpots to go out, and we're looking at a total of 43 jackpots for season 17 so far.
Definitely some great jackpots that have gone out in this season, as we were happy to continue giving out more great jackpots yesterday, as our first jackpot to go out yesterday went out to Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Funk was able to take home $6,795. Congratulations to you, one of our big-time players out there, taking home a big-time win.
Absolutely. As next up, we had that Pilot Payday prize going on out to Chrissy Boss. They play over at HR Pesties when they got to take home that $2,500 jackpot prize just yesterday at 6 p.m.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Chrissy Boss. And good job to all of our players who were out there getting after it yesterday, as we had a lot of great prizes go out that were even under that $600 amount, as we love giving out great prizes every single day. And I'm sure we'll give out a few of these great prizes during this awesome lunchtime bingo games, as we already are working on some. I mean, look at there, 52 balls or less for the major prize at $4,713. Mega prize now at 30 grand, 48 balls or less, and the minor jackpot not available, but at a great cash amount for later on when that thing clicks up to in the next game from 52 to 54 balls or less, and continuing to grow in each and every matchup that we play, that we aren't able to give it out, as that's how this game likes to roll. We do have players currently 5 balls away in this game with the big JK, as well as others. Now, APJS right now leading the charge at 4 balls away.
Absolutely. We'll have to see who's going to be the player to take it home in this first round of lunchtime bingo. We have our lucky handy dandy wild player out there already on the screen, just itching to give out one of these prizes to you lucky players. Stick around though, as we are going to be going through some great games for the next hour as we play through these great game day bingo games. And we also want to make sure that you guys are up to date and in the know with everything we have going on with Pilot Games. A great place to go and do so is our Facebook. Go on to Facebook, search up Pilot Games, and give us a like and follow. You can stay up to date and in the know with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, and even more there. Go and check out our Facebook page today.
Absolutely. We do have each over at the Mavericks Steakhouse in Waite Park, taking home an amazing prize of $15.40 to start off this great live bingo Friday opportunities. Love a good Friday as we try and give out some more great prizes in this game number 2, with the minor jackpot clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, finally becoming available as it clicks over $200. Just 1 minute and 30 seconds for you guys to get into this upcoming game of great bingo action.
That's right, so stick around as we have some awesome bingo on the line for you, as we will be here live with these awesome first rounds of game day bingo that you experience each and every day. From 12 to 1, you get your first chances of game day bingo before Ian and I will go off air, but you'll jump into your first chance at Lucky 4 bingo for the day right at 1 p.m. That prize has not gone out, and we have over $95,282 that will be growing into that 1 p.m. game right when you get enrolled.
Absolutely. It's definitely a fun one there. You then hop into more game day bingo that will run from 1 all the way till 4 p.m., working on whatever prizes me and Jordy aren't able to give out during this lunchtime. At 4 o'clock, you will then get your second and final opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo. Another shot at $95,000 if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. So, great to have an opportunity at the largest jackpot available today. So, should be a great time either at that 1 or at 4 o'clock time.
Absolutely, and after that 4 p.m. game, you'll jump into some great game day bingo that runs from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. That's right, that happy hour game day show will be hosted by Ian tonight for you guys, as he will be out there giving out those awesome jackpot prizes, whatever that minor, major, and mega prize have grown to. Then at 6 p.m., you'll get to play your final round of Pilot Payday this week, that you guys can check out Pilot Payday every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. to try your hand at a 10-cent card that could award you that $2,500 prize.
It's definitely an awesome one there. Pilot Payday always brings a lot of fun whenever you get your opportunity at it. And today is the last opportunity this week to take home that $2,500 at 6 p.m. Afterwards, you'll hop into more game day bingo that runs from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. to finish off your night, as it does every single night, as we love playing live bingo from noon all the way till 10 p.m. every single day. We hope to see you guys out there competing in those awesome matchups as we give out jackpot prizes close to every day of the year.
Absolutely. So stick around, as we have a lot of great bingo on the line for these great games throughout the majority of your day. We're going to have these bingo running from 12 all the way till 10 p.m. like we do each and every day. So you get your whole day planned out for you. Just grab a comfy spot at your local bar and restaurant and hunker down with some Pilot games.
Absolutely. We do have some great prizes here. We got, obviously, the minor prize at 54 balls or less, $224. Major prize at $4,734 at 52 balls or less, and the mega jackpot of 30 grand at 48 balls or less. And as we work through this game, we would like to talk about some great national days.
That's right. So make sure you guys stick around and listen up, as we have a very important one on today.
Important for sure.
Yes, National Popeye the Sailor Man Day, as January 17th marks the 95th birthday of the world's most famous spinach-loving nautical hero. It's Popeye the Sailor Man. Today we are taking epic strides to honor this legendary sailor who is tough and fit with lots of grit, as one of America's most renowned pop culture icons. After all, he yam what he yam.
Yes, absolutely. I love Popeye the Sailor Man. I grew up watching Popeye the Sailor Man, and so it is so fun to be able to highlight this one on today. I even love the old movie that came from it.
I was going to say, did you watch the live-action movie with Robin Williams?
Yes, yeah. I've watched a few different Popeye the Sailor Man movies. I've watched a black and white version, which I can't remember when that came out, but I have watched a black and white version that I don't even know if there was sound in it. There might have just been sound effects in the movie, but it was super fun to watch. And then obviously the 1980 Popeye that came out with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall as Olive.
Olive oil.
Olive oil, yeah. Just really, really fun movie, fun show. The TV show was really what I got behind.
I think this might be my first Robin Williams movie ever.
Really? Your first ever Robin Williams movie you ever watched was Popeye?
I can almost guarantee it was Popeye.
It makes sense. That's probably one of the more just kid-friendly ones outside of maybe Jumanji you might have watched.
I think I watched Patch Adams next.
That's hilarious.
We do have Mike at the Sherwood Lounge taking away this Musco prize. $21 going out to you. Congratulations. Going to you, Mike.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd probably say Aladdin was the first one I watched with him voice acting. But yeah, Popeye's up there with ones I've watched. I watched a lot of his voice acting works when I was super young, so I really don't know between Robots, Happy Feet, also in Aladdin and all those other movies that he voice acted in when we were young. I can't really tell you which one was the first I watched. But then, he's had so many big works. And Popeye the Sailor Man, not even making it at the top of the list of popular works he's done. But it's definitely a fun one that we get to highlight here on today, as it's Popeye the Sailor Man Day. He made spinach seem cool.
Absolutely. And we always joked in my family, as my great uncle, my grandpa's brother, had a bicep like Popeye that was just like flat but one singular bump.
Oh, okay.
And it was so funny because we would call him Popeye and he'd do bing and it'd shoot up because his arm would be flat otherwise. And then all of a sudden this little hill would pop up like an animated muscle. And it was the funniest thing ever to us kids.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I always loved Popeye the Sailor Man. It got me to eat my veggies more. Watching Popeye the Sailor Man had a great concept that got kids to eat their veggies more, which was tough to do. It was tough to do.
Oh, yeah. My family showed me VeggieTales in hopes that it would make me want to eat more vegetables, but then I started thinking of vegetables as friends.
Yeah, I was like, fish are friends, not food. Veggies are
that
friends,
was never my
not food.
mindset. Put a fish in front of me, it gets scared.
Get scared. Finding Nemo didn't deter you whatsoever?
Not at all. I won't eat a clownfish, but pretty much else. Anything else is fair game.
There you go. There you go.
I feel like a clownfish wouldn't taste good.
Yeah, I would guess
There's nothing on it.
Well, I would guess so too. But all the fish talk in the Finding Nemo
I have eaten
movie.
shark.
Yeah, there you go.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
It's a little tough.
Yeah. There you go. We both came to the same conclusion. Well, we do have balls. Yeah, I've had shark. We do have balls dropping in this game right here. We got 56 balls or less for our minor jackpot at $258. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to work through this game. If we do click past all of these great prizes, we do have a fantastic must-go prize of $27.70 in this game.
That's right. So we'll have to see who's going to be that lucky player to take home any of these great cash prizes. But happy National Popeye the Sailor Man Day. Break out the old cartoons or even the Robin Williams classic and have your spinach on today.
Absolutely, as we move into National Classy Day, as we celebrate those who are graced with the ability to live their lives with class, passion, and who are driven to share it with others. On January 17th, honor those class acts and commemorate the birth of one of the most legendary comedians to ever walk the earth. It doesn't tell us which comedian is, so we got to find that one out real quick.
Oh, yes.
It's Betty White. Yeah, she is highlighted on National Classy Day.
I love it.
Yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff to be able to highlight here on National Classy Day.
I strive to be classy. Do I think I meet those standards? Look at I touched the surface.
I've no class to me.
No.
No,
he does not.
I fumble and bumble, and I speak what comes to my head too quickly.
If you took him to a white cloth napkin restaurant, he wouldn't know what to do.
I would not. I am so far from being super classy. I think of myself as a class act, but
yes, you are a class act. You're a very upstanding man.
Yes, but if
classy.
If I think of like classy in the
like elegance and wealth.
Yes, I am not that. Not that whatsoever.
I had a grandpa who was a Navy captain, and he very much is a class act. He's a classy guy. They really, him and my grandma had the taste for the finer things.
They're very classy.
And so I was brought up with just a slight pinky in the air, just a slight one.
Just a slight one. But then your father is probably the least classy.
He is like
he loves
Jack
the class.
Black and Larry the Cable Guy made a person, and it's my father.
But it's hilarious because he would love to go to a classy place.
Oh,
but then he'll be the loudest person in the entire
classy person.
He'll be the loudest person in the entire classy restaurant.
Yeah.
We do have the winner here as we got RJ's over at RJ's on 5th Avenue taking home $27.70 in this awesome win. Congratulations to you, RJ's, as we now get rolled into this next matchup with the minor jackpot. Click it up from 56 to 58 balls or less.
Absolutely, but we were talking about National Classy Day on today. Super fun one. If you guys want to act like a class act on today, it's the day to do so.
Absolutely. I can
button it up high.
Button it up all the way to the top. And
yeah, what are you doing?
I have no idea. I mean, you're just wearing a t-shirt, so I mean, I felt like I could have. I'm wearing a collar at least. So boom.
I am not.
Happy National Classy Day. We hope that you guys could enjoy this finer holiday.
I can't wait to be around my girlfriends later today. I'm the classiest of them.
There you go. There you go.
Well, up next, we have a great national day, National Bootleggers Day. National Bootleggers Day on January 17th recognizes an era when bootleggers became legendary.
Absolutely. An interesting one to highlight on today.
Yeah.
Bootleggers definitely did a lot of crazy things out there. And
They did what no one else had the guts to do.
absolutely, they did. Templeton Rye Whiskey shares its January 17th birthday with bootlegger Al Capone and his son, and the son of another bootlegger, Merrill Kirkhoff. During the 1800s, the term bootlegger came into use in the Midwest. The word described the act of concealing flasks of liquor in a boot top when going to trade with Native Americans. The term found its permanent place in American vocabulary when Congress passed the 18th Amendment prohibiting the manufacture, transportation, and sale of alcohol in 1920. Despite now being illegal, thirsty Americans still had a demand for liquor. So while some distilleries switched their productions to something legal, others started bootlegging.
Absolutely. Just this past New Year's Eve, we had a 1920s speakeasy murder mystery party that Ian and I attended.
Yes.
And it was set in the Prohibition era, and there was a bunch of decor that replicated that. And it was my responsibility to be the bootlegger and bring the booze to the party to make our punch, and that was super fun.
Yeah, definitely a fun one there. I always love the fun fact that bootlegging was the birth of NASCAR. And I
Yeah.
think that's such an interesting fun fact that it was bootleggers that started racing cars around a track or started racing cars around, and that turned into what is now just the really fun NASCAR events that there is. And it all started because bootleggers.
Absolutely. When I think of the phrase bootleg, it takes me right to the movie Footloose, as they have banned music in that town,
Okay.
and they can't listen to music. And there's this one scene in the remake, to specify, that they go to a diner to be able to listen to the illegal music and dance with each other.
Yeah.
And this older gentleman, he's probably in his 60s, who runs the diner, goes, "I got something hot, bootleg David Banner." I think of it every time I think of bootleg now.
That's
And
so funny.
yeah, it was a good track he played, but bootleg David Banner.
I do not remember that scene whatsoever.
Oh, you're crazy. It's so funny. It's such a minuscule scene, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
stuck with me.
No, that's hilarious. Yeah, no. When I think of bootlegging, I think of the actual bootleggers. So great stuff to be able to highlight. Bootlegging music is a wild concept. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. But happy National Bootleggers Day. Hopefully you guys can enjoy this national holiday by drinking the beverage that now is legal and you don't need bootleggers for, but what they've fought to bring in.
Absolutely. Definitely a fun one on today. Go and celebrate the fact that the prohibition is over and we can legally enjoy our alcohol, but please do so responsibly.
Maybe go to a NASCAR event, as they did create, bootleggers did create NASCAR, so that would be cool as well.
That would be very cool. We are one ball away, though. We'll have to see who's going to be the lucky player to take home one of these great prizes. We did just move past that minor jackpot, so we will be itching to give out that must-go prize. It's looking to be about $47.10. It's going to be heading on out to a very lucky player very soon, as it just keeps us in suspense now. 64 balls. Oh, my goodness. Monty and Brad, I should say, as they both get to split up that must-go prize. Brad at the Charlie's Bar and Monty at American Legion Glenville. Congratulations to both those lucky players, as $47 is split between both of you. Make sure to get enrolled into this next matchup, as we will have that minor jackpot up at 60 balls or less, as we hopefully close that in on $350.
Should be a great time as we get enrolled into this game, as we highlight one final national day, National Hot Buttered Rum Day. On January 17th, National Hot Buttered Rum Day warms us up during mid-January.
That's right. This is one of my parents' favorites.
Really?
They love a hot spiked cocktail in the wintertime, whether
Yeah.
it be a hot buttered rum or really, yeah, it's really any hot rum they are big fans of, whether it be this one, which contains rum, butter, hot water or cider, a little bit of a sweetener, and various spices. Yeah, this is exactly what my parents drink.
Yeah, that's some pretty delicious stuff. I definitely would drink that as well. Can't say I have it too often. And adding butter to
No.
it feels like a little bit of overkill on the whole entire, I
Yeah,
don't
my
know.
parents don't add the butter to it, but yeah, I remember we would go driving through Christmas lights
Hot
and
cider rum kind
oh,
of action.
absolutely. We'd fill so many tumblers up, go and just have a great time cruising through the nice winter lights.
Yeah, I wonder how much because I've had cider and rum before, but adding that butter into it as well, I wonder
Makes
how
it a little
the
bit,
flavor profile would be like in that a thicker. It would be
I
a
was going to say just a
thicker.
bit richer.
Yeah, a thicker of a drink, which I think would also make it a little bit more filling and warm you up in that fall and winter time. So, maybe I have to give it a try sometime soon. Since it is the National Day, I'll add
Oh,
it to my
yeah.
list of drinks I need to try.
Some people even add a splash of vanilla extract to make it a little bit sweeter.
I would like that.
Oh, I'm sure. It seems like a very tasty one on today. Unfortunately, my stomach, I think, would get a little upset if I had more than one of these.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I feel like it's one of those that you definitely just want a one glass of. If you have
I was
two,
gonna say, if I'm getting drunk, I don't know if I want my drink hot. You know? If I'm just sipping casually, having fun, then yeah, absolutely. Ian and I we were
I like spiked hot cocoa.
I was just about to bring it up, if you don't want to
Okay.
interrupt. We went up north to it was wine tasting actually, but it was cold outside as we went in October about 2 years ago, and they actually offered at one of the northern Michigan wineries spiked cherry hot chocolate as they
Yeah.
make their homemade cherry charisse as they add that to their hot chocolate, and it was absolutely delicious.
No, I could definitely drink that and drink enough for me to have a good evening. So
They also made them strong.
for sure. Well, that's kind of I feel like you got to go with that. And
If you're spending $8 on a hot chocolate, you want to make sure it packs a punch.
yeah, it better pack a punch. I'm not just buying hot chocolate.
No, actually, we got it for free with our tour.
Yes, it was.
One
It was.
complimentary beverage.
And it was a delicious complimentary beverage. Did you get the same thing,
Yes.
or was it the?
Cherry hot chocolate, baby.
I knew there was a split group that got a different.
Yeah, some people didn't
delicious-
want the cherry in it, and so they just got spiked hot chocolate, and then other people just got wine. But yeah, we were in the group of 4 or 5 that got the cherry hot chocolate.
It was delicious. It was well worth it. I'm a big
Yes.
cherry fan, though. A little a cherry mixed in with really any drink can definitely
Tasty
add
mix.
some good taste to it.
Absolutely. Well, today is the day of the hot buttered rum. Make sure you guys get your hands on one on today. It's a super fun way to celebrate this National Day and stay warm out there in the cold.
Absolutely. As we continue to work through this game, 5 balls away for some of our players. We'll see if anybody can take home an awesome prize of $391.91, as Luke is currently 3 balls away. As you work through this game, we would like to talk a little bit about our Minnesota Wild, as we're playing some Wild-themed game day bingo.
Absolutely, as the Edmonton Oilers did in fact beat the Minnesota Wild 5-3 just this past Wednesday. But we did have Matt Boldy, Marco Rossi, as well as Ryan Hartman putting up those 3 scores for Minnesota, which has lost 3 of its 4 last games as it deals with major injuries.
Huge injuries.
I think there's like 6 of our guys out, but we do have Philip Gustafsson, who did save 31 shots on the goal. Unfortunately, 5 did slip, and we ended up losing that matchup. But we do have another game coming up, as we have a game happening this Saturday against the Predators at 7 p.m.
Should be a fun matchup tomorrow. We do have a winner here, as $59.30 will be going out because we missed our minor jackpot by
That's crazy.
1 ball. But it's a 3-way split win. El Jefe, Woodpile, and Dill all splitting up that $59.30 as we head into an even more exciting game number 6 with our minor jackpot clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less. I know I'll be excited to see how this game ends up going down with just 1 minute and 45 seconds to get enrolled. It's already looking fantastic at $469, quickly growing into this game 6 action.
That's right, getting rolled in just about a minute and a half left to do so. But
Well, Wild Predators, score
Yes.
prediction from Jordy.
we're going to end looking 4-3.
Ooh.
Wild winning.
4-3.
Obviously, if that's not a given.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to say flip the score from what we did just last time against Edmonton,
5-3.
where we ended up losing 5-3. I say we win 5-3 in this matchup. So just one more score than what you ended up predicting. But should be fun no matter what. Root on our Wild as they take on the Predators tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And if you want to shoot them out a little bit of extra luck, I mean, you already are playing some Wild-themed game day bingo. Check out the great E-Tab game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for called Let's Go Wild. It is a super fun E-Tab game with great opportunities to take home some awesome jackpot prizes. It's definitely a fun one there.
Absolutely. Who doesn't want to enter into the wild? Very fun stuff. Make sure you get enrolled in just about 30 seconds. But as you guys are getting enrolled into this great game, we want to highlight the players who have already been competing tooth and nail this season so far to solidify their spot in our standings, as it is, in fact, ties galore. We kick it off in 10th place with a 4-way tie. It's between Lucky Rosie at Moe's, Towley at the Tailgate Sports Cafe and Paddy Wagon, Richie at the Pine Island Liquor Store, as well as Woodpile over at Haskell's, who we see out there playing right now. All four of them are tied up in 10th place, all with 11,000 points. Then with 12,000 in a tie in 8th place, we've got Big Rob at HR Pesties and Maggie at Lyle's Liquor. The ties don't stop there, as now into 6th place with 16,000 points. It is in fact Buy Bitcoin at the Full Tilt Tavern and Funk at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Now ahead of them, taking sole possession of 5th place, we had 6'9" T-Bird at the Lookout Bar and Grill with 17,000 points. While in 4th, it's Not Sure over at the Montego Blue with 18,000. 20,000 points for 3rd place, Cheese at the Beartown Lounge. While Brother Nate at the Chart House sits in 2nd with 22,000 points. And in 1st place, getting a sizable gap once again, it is Call Me Jen over at JR Max, sitting with 37,000 points already this season.
Wow, very impressive for Call Me Jen.
I don't know when they came on out to get those points. Brother Nate was out there through the first half of the day yesterday and got multiple wins. And
I think Call Me Jen's a back end of the game day.
Come on out
player.
from 6 to 10 at night and just steal away the night.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, we do see Call Me Jen out there every once in a while playing during our live goes.
I'm talking about
games.
Yesterday specifically. That score jump is insane to me. I thought Brother Nate was going to be closing the gap and getting closer.
Not quite.
I am wrong.
Not quite. As we move on to the location side of the standings, as 10th place is Danny's Dugout. They sit with 24,000 points. We then hop into a 2-way tie between HR Pesties and the Log Cabin Bar in Emily. They both sit with 25,000 points in 8th place. My money's on the Log Cabin Bar in Emily breaking out of the tie.
Ooh.
As Jordy bets on HR Pesties.
Yes, I am. Thank you. I was actually going to say HR Pesties.
Beartown Lounge sits in 7th with 27,000 points. As we then move into another tie between the Riverboat Depot and the Chart House, both with 30,000 points. I'm going to put my money on the Riverboat Depot because they got some of my favorite players playing there.
I like the Chart House.
There you go. There you go. But only 1,000 points ahead of that 5th place tie is another tie. Both of them in 3rd place. That's between Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Haskell's with 31,000 points. With 39,000 points in 2nd place, we got the Lookout Bar and Grill. As 1st place is JR Mac with 45,000 game day bingo points.
Well, congratulations to JR Mac, home of our 1st place player, and a ton others helping him out solidify that spot. We do have a winner here, though, as Not Nick at the Up the Creek Grill and Bar takes home that minor jackpot. Ooh, $483 going on out to you, Not Nick. Well, I don't know what to call you then, but congratulations taking home that minor jackpot. We will have $73.40 getting tacked on to a double must-go prize getting into this next game. Stick around and continue to get enrolled.
I definitely suggest you guys getting into this double must-go game, but if you decide not to get into this double must-go matchup,
you do have options.
there's a great bunch of different ETAB games that you could choose from.
Like 100 different ETAB games. There are so many.
Over 70, we know that for sure. To play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. We would love for you to check them out. We actually had a new ETAB game just hit your guys' iPads yesterday.
That's right. Piggy Bank came out and hit those iPads just yesterday, and it's bursting with big rewards. Collect the coins, fill the piglet, and watch it explode with multipliers up to 299 times. Super fun stuff is officially in those iPads, so go and check out Piggy Bank, our fun new ETAB game heading your way.
Absolutely, definitely a fun one there. See how
See
full.
if pigs can fly.
There you go. There you go.
They don't. They just explode.
Rake
and give
in
you
the
cash.
bacon. Rake in the bacon in that awesome ETAB game. Piggy Bank. It's definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. You can also highlight the great ETAB game. Go for Gold. Another great Olympic-themed ETAB game. As you can go for the big cash prize in that awesome matchup.
All right, I'm going to highlight Buffalo Stars just to check another one out there. It's a super fun one where there's buffaloes, the celestial heavens raining down jackpots. It's a lot of fun. Go and check out Buffalo Stars today.
Absolutely. As we continue to work through this game, we would like to move on to some movies released on today throughout history. As our first one is a staple with the 1939 flick Gone with the Wind.
That's right. This stars Vivian Leigh, as well as Clark Gable, as well as Olivia de Havilland, and even Hattie McDaniels is Mammy in this. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this is based on the book adaptation, but this was originally released in 1939. Very fun stuff.
Very, very cool.
This is the story of Scarlett O'Hara, the classic Southern Belle that we all know and love.
Absolutely. Maybe give Gone with the Wind a watch on today. It's funny to see that it's G.
Yeah, it would not be rated G nowadays.
No, it wouldn't. I wonder if PG or in PG-13. Obviously, PG-13 didn't exist, and then PG. I don't know when that came into existence either.
You know, I'm really not too sure.
Yeah, so
I couldn't imagine them all having a G rating though.
Yeah,
That's so crazy to
No,
me.
it is. It is quite wild. But Gone with the Wind, released on today in 1939.
That's right. Up next in 1997, we've got Beverly Hills Ninja.
This one is a Chris Farley classic. Also have Chris Rock and Robin Shaw.
Nathaniel Parker comes into this one as well.
Yeah. This is when a young American boy washes ashore near a village populated by skilled Japanese warriors. They raise the child as one of them and instruct him in the way of ninjutsu. Unfortunately, he grows up to be the overweight and inept but very enthusiastic Haru, who remains intent on becoming a real ninja. Haru's first assignment, protecting a beautiful woman from California, doesn't go smoothly since he's both uncoordinated and completely unaccustomed to Western culture.
Yeah, I watched bits and pieces of this one as a child, as both my dad and my brother are huge Chris Farley fans. But this one wasn't the Chris Farley movie of my choice. We are definitely more of like a Tommy Boy household, or even Black Sheep, but fun stuff on today.
You like the duo of him and David Spade?
Yeah, I like David Spade in his older years probably more, but yeah, I quite enjoy
I'm saying
them
your
together.
family was a big watcher of the David Spade Chris Farley duo.
Absolutely.
Definitely a fun one there. Beverly Hills Ninja, released on today in 1997. Before we get into our next movie released on today, we should be giving out this nice double Musco prize very, very soon.
There it is. Cheese at the O-Town Tavern takes away that Musco prize. Nicely done. A double Musco heading on out to you. $108 on that great prize. Nicely done in this great game of Game Day Bingo. Stick around and get enrolled, as that minor jackpot will be back up to 54 balls or less.
Should be a great game as we get enrolled into this one. As we do so, we'd like to highlight our next movie released on today.
That's right. In 2003, we got the classic Kangaroo Jack. I love this movie. I've loved it from when I was a kid, and I love it today. It is so entertaining to me. It'll never not be entertaining. This stars Anthony Anderson. We've got Jerry O'Connell. They play best friends. They're kooky. They're funny. Whatever you want to call them. We got Christopher Walken. We got Michael Shannon. I love this. Christopher Walken plays Michael Shannon's father and stepfather to Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
And it's great.
It's quite a funny movie. It definitely is.
I
Who
love this movie.
voices the kangaroo?
I think they might just use a song and play it during the time when he raps.
Okay, that's what it is. He doesn't actually.
Because he's like rapping at, okay, Jackie. Oh gosh,
But he
his
doesn't
name?
actually talk at all ever through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's a fun movie. Yeah,
fan.
like Jordy explained, two best friends coming together, kangaroo
Yeah,
action.
they
all
have
the
something
madness.
important in a jacket, but they put the jacket on the kangaroo because the kangaroo's knocked out. But then the kangaroo wakes up and takes off with the jacket and the contraband, and chaos unfolds.
Absolutely, definitely a fun comedy right there that me and Jordy enjoyed a lot when we were kids. And maybe not the best quality of movie, but brings along a lot of
5
really
out of 5 stars. I don't care.
5 out of 5 stars in Jordy's opinion right there. So maybe give it a watch on today.
Adam Garcia voices
Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I know him. That's super funny. He's from Coyote Ugly and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Okay, two things I've never watched. So, what?
Judgment.
I mean, never watching those?
Yeah,
Why?
they're good.
Are they actually, or are they just good for you?
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, I think you'd enjoy, but Coyote Ugly you would hate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, fun stuff released on today with Kangaroo Jack. Next up, we shoot to another comedy, this time a comedy action with 2014's movie Ride Along. This one stars Kevin Hart, Ice Cube, Tika Sumpter, and other great actors and actresses.
John Leguizamo was in this.
I remember enjoying this first one in 2014, but after I didn't like the second one. I never watched the second one. Maybe I didn't like the first one, and that's why I didn't watch the second one. I can't remember. I think I had a few laughs
I was
at
going to
this
say,
one.
I don't think you watched the second one because you explained the premise of the first one to me when we talked
Yes.
about it. Because the second one just came out a few days ago, maybe a week ago. But
Yeah, it was a few days
Very
ago. It was this
recently.
week. For 2 years, security guard Ben, played by Kevin Hart, has tried to convince James, who's Ice Cube, a veteran cop, that he's worthy of James's sister, Angela. When Ben is finally accepted into the police academy, James decides to test his mettle by inviting him along on a shift deliberately designed to scare the trainee. However, events take an unexpected turn when their wild night leads to Atlanta's most notorious criminal, and Ben's rapid-fire mouth proves as dangerous as the bullets whizzing by them.
Wow. Fun stuff on today. Yeah, there was a period of time where they were just pumping out movies like this. From this, Central Intelligence. What's the prison one with Will Ferrell? All of them. They were just pumping out these films.
Yeah, that also one. Get Hard, also
Get
Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Kevin Hart
I'm
as
trying
well.
to think of all Kevin Hart ones.
Yeah,
Central Intelligence is him with The Rock.
Yeah.
He just took his spin running around all A-listers trying to make as many blockbusters as possible.
I think they did pretty well. They just maybe got me sick of watching Kevin Hart. During the same time, I remember the movie Let's Be Cops coming out. That was quite a funny one with Damon Wayans Jr. and Jake Johnson, two from
New Girl.
and they did a really funny job faking as cops, dressing them up. Didn't they dress up as cops for Halloween? Is what the whole premise of that movie is?
I think so.
Yeah, it was quite funny just thinking of cops.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Really?
Yeah, because I watched Chips at the same time that these were coming out, and so I kind of got my cop comedy fix with that one because that's got Dax Shepard and somebody else as well.
I think you'd enjoy this one just because you like the.
I was gonna say I love Damon Wayans as well as Jake Johnson.
It's got a lot of big fun names in it. We do have Kitty as well as Palm Desert splitting up that great Musco prize of $25.90. Congratulations to both of you guys as we now get enrolled into this next matchup of Game Day Bingo. Minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less should be a lot of fun as we get after it.
That's right. So continue to get enrolled as we highlight our final film released on today in 2020. We have Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah, this is, I think, the last installation of the Bad Boys franchise.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
No. We've got Ride or Die coming out in 2022.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
24?
that one came out. Yeah, 2024 is when it came out. Obviously, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence are the stars of all the Bad Boys, and the Bad Boys for Life is kind of their first one back after quite a long break.
Yeah, from 2003 to 2020.
Yeah, and so you get to enjoy this one. The wife and son of a Mexican drug lord embark on a vengeful quest to kill all those involved in his trial and imprisonment, including Miami detective Mike Lowry. When Mike gets wounded, he teams up with his partner Marcus Burnett and Ammo, a special tactical squad, to bring the culprits to justice. But the old school wisecracking cops must soon learn to get along with their new elite counterparts if they are to take down the vicious cartel that threatens their lives.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. You get Vanessa Hutchinson in this one. Michael Bay is in it. You got
That's crazy.
other interesting actors and actresses.
Alexander Ludwig.
Yeah, big
makes an
fans of him. So fun that we get to highlight this one on today.
I'm a big fan of Martin Lawrence. So maybe I'll give these films a watch on today.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. The first original two Bad Boys are fun. I never watched these two, the
I
Ride
haven't
or
seen
Die
any of them.
or Bad Boys for Life. But the first two I remember quite fondly. So cool. We get to highlight this one on today.
And I also feel really bad because I loved Will Smith and all the movies he put out from like the 90s through
Early 2000s.
2008.
Yeah.
And then pretty much after like Hancock, I totally stopped liking Will Smith's movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
But I really enjoyed a lot of his stuff. I Am Legend, all of them. I Robot. I liked all of those.
Hitch.
Yes, Hitch was awesome. I didn't even watch that till later in life. But yeah, Men in Black, all of those. Independence Day. I was a big fan of all of these. Yeah, Hancock was in 2008. That's probably right when I started to fall off.
Yeah. Mine was when After Earth came out, where he starred alongside Jaden Smith.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one, nor did I want to, even if I did have a love for both him and Jaden Smith.
I was like, wow, I don't like this. But I still have had a few since then that I've enjoyed that have come out. I enjoyed the movie Bright that came out with him. And then, trying to think.
I haven't seen any of the newer stuff he's put out.
Yeah. I never watched the new Aladdin either that came out in 2019.
I did watch that. I really thought I was gonna hate
Will Smith as the
Will
genie.
as the genie, but he actually did a really cute job. I think it was well done. He was definitely not my least favorite part of the film by far.
Good stuff.
There was other things that really took the cake.
Yeah, that happens. Well, we got 42 balls dropped in this matchup as we wait and see who could take home either a jackpot or a Musco prize. That major is now at 53 balls or less. And as we work through it, I would like to remind you to sign up at pgl.world. We love for players to get signed up at pgl.world so you can become part of the Pilot Gambling League. By signing up, you get a monthly newsletter that's packed with tons of awesome info that you won't want to miss.
Absolutely. Just 3 balls away from some of you lucky players, so stick around and get enrolled into this next matchup after we give out this prize here. We also want to highlight pgl.world.
No, I already did that.
Okay. Well, you guys definitely want to make sure you stick around as we have a lot of fun on the line here. Just one ball away from some of you lucky players trying to take home this great prize. We have moved past all three of our jackpots, but we do have that awesome must-go prize. $28.10 is going to be going and getting split between Luke at Carboni's and Nick at the Clive's Roadhouse. Congratulations to both you great players. Stick around and continue to get enrolled. That minor jackpot will be at 58 balls or less.
Should be a lot of fun. As we work through this game, we do have a little bit of Vikings news we can talk about, as we have a little article written by Garrett Podle, who the Vikings QB decision. Here's how Matt Ryan would handle Minnesota's Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy conundrum.
Well, the Minnesota Vikings brain trust of general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and head coach Kevin O'Connell have the biggest choice on NFL's team grapples with when building out the roster. What should they do with their starting quarterback position? Well, for the 2024 starter, 7-year veteran and 2018's third overall pick of the New York Jets, Sam Darnold, is set to hit free agency after throwing 35 touchdowns in the regular season, tied for the second most in a season with Vikings history. The team also has J.J. McCarthy waiting in the wings after the 2024 10th overall pick as he suffered a season-ending knee injury in preseason. Fortunately for Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah as well as O'Connell, CBS Sports NFL analyst Matt Ryan, the 2006 NFL MVP and 4-time Pro Bowl quarterback with the Atlanta Falcons, is happy to provide his insight free of charge. He's doing so for a pal in O'Connell since both were a part of the 2008 NFL's draft quarterbacks class. Ryan was the first quarterback off the board after being selected 3rd overall by Atlanta, and O'Connell was 5th quarterback chosen after being taken 94th overall in the 3rd round by the New England Patriots. He was the guy in front of me at the combine, man. Really. Yeah, he says all the time, I cheated off him on the Wonderlic test, Ryan says, laughing on the phone on Wednesday. I don't agree with that, but that's what he says. That's really funny.
Yeah, there are a number of different paths the Vikings can walk when it comes to this decision. Here are a few potential options. Re-sign Darnold. Have McCarthy sit on the bench for a few years. The kind of Green Bay Packers blueprint. Re-sign Darnold and trade J.J. McCarthy.
That's so not happening.
Let Darnold hit free agency and move on to McCarthy. Also a very viable option. Franchise tag Darnold for 2025 and have McCarthy sit behind him for one more year before turning to him. And last up, franchise tag Darnold and trade him this offseason and move on to McCarthy for 2025 and beyond. That'd be an interesting. I wonder what kind of trade value for Darnold could be. I probably think that the most likely option is let Darnold hit free agency and move on to McCarthy, maybe sign somebody else on a 1-year prove-it deal is what I think would be end up going down. But I really wonder what they end up doing. As Ryan said, Matt Ryan said, obviously the last 2 weeks were disappointing. Number 1 for the Vikings, number 2 for Sam. But, still playing a lot of good football throughout the year. I think that entire building, the next step for them is doing it at the end of the year, doing it when it counts the most at the end of the regular season, doing it as they get into the playoffs, and that's the growth and maturation process. If it were me, I'd probably franchise tag Sam Darnold and then buy yourself time to explore all avenues, whether that is trading him or you feel good about J.J. McCarthy, or that keeping Darnold for a year, then moving on, or whatever that looks like, that would probably be the direction that I would go. But I'm not in that building every day, so I wouldn't know better than, so they would know better than I.
Absolutely. It's super exciting for our Vikings seeing what everything is going to be unfolding and what decisions they'll make, who they're keeping, who they're adding. It should be a lot of fun as we keep you updated as we are officially in their off season. Make sure you guys come on out and show your support for their Vikings as we have the great eTab game that we have teamed up with them for called Vikings Victory. You guys can check it out and take home some awesome prizes while showing some great support for your favorite Minnesota sports team.
Absolutely. As we are coming down to the end of this game right here, $40.30 will be going out to our great winner, Cheese, over at the O-Town Tavern. Congratulations to you, Cheese, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. As we now get enrolled into this game number 11 of Game Day Bingo, we only have 2 more chances to try and give out this minor jackpot that now sits at 60 balls or less.
Super exciting stuff, so stick around and get enrolled. You definitely don't want to miss out on any of the great cash we have growing. But as you guys are getting enrolled, if you want to take a minute and snap a player picture of you having a blast playing Pilot games, we would love to see it. Whether it's you holding up your giant jackpot message as you take home one of these prizes, your favorite eTab game as you play, or you just having fun with your friends around a local bar or restaurant, snap those player photos and share them with us. You guys can share them to our Facebook page, onto any of your own social medias using the hashtag PilotGames, or you can even email them directly to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com. We love seeing all your smiling faces and scooping them up to show you off wherever we can.
Absolutely. It's definitely great to be able to have those players that show off all those great winnings. As we get after, we're hoping to have a great win tonight for our Timberwolves as they are taking on the New York Knicks tonight at 6:30 p.m. after losing to the Golden State Warriors 116-115. Anthony Edwards and Dante DiVincenzo scored 28 points for the Wolves in that game, but not quite able to make the comeback in that one as they were down by 24 points late in the first quarter. But we got more important things than that game as we want to have a great win against the New York Knicks as, you know, the team that we made the big trade with, and we want to prove that we made the right move by trading away Karl Anthony Towns and getting Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. And so an awesome win here would definitely be great to add to the resume as New York Knicks sit at 27-15 and our Timberwolves sit at 21-19.
That's right. It should be some really exciting stuff when we go up against them tonight at 6:30. So make sure you guys come on out and show your support. As we are officially in this great game of Game of Day Bingo, game number 11, we'll have to see who's going to be taking home what prize. We have a great minor jackpot looking great. It's sitting at 60 balls or less in this awesome matchup. We'll have to see who is going to take that one home or any of our other prizes we have on the line. But as we are going through this great game here, we want to highlight some celebrities who happen to be born on today. So if you guys are out there playing Pilot games on your birthday today, happy birthday out to you. Hopefully you can take home one of these great prizes for yourself, as we would love to highlight the celebrities that you share your birthday with.
Starting off in 1706, we got Benjamin Franklin, the U.S. founding father, inventor, ambassador, and writer. Did Poor Richard's Almanac and so much stuff. Benjamin Franklin, big staple, as well as a guy that you can play alongside in our games in the great eTab game.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Super fun stuff.
Absolutely. It is a great one. He is one of our founding fathers, so we absolutely would love to talk about him today. Happy birthday out to Benjamin Franklin. If you guys don't know the history of what he's done for our country, definitely go look it up and kind of educate yourself a little bit further about all the contributions that Ben Frank had.
Absolutely. Another person we'd love for you guys to educate yourself on a little bit more is our 1829 birthday, Catherine Booth, the co-founder of the Salvation Army, known as the Army Mother. Did a lot of great things out on the battlefield and did the great stuff of creating the Salvation Army.
Gotta love the good Sal Val. Happy birthday to Catherine Booth. Up next, in 1922, we've got the iconic Betty White. She is the American Emmy Award-winning comic actress and the longest TV career of any female entertainer.
Wow.
She was on The Mary Tyler Moore Show as Sue Ann Nevins. She was on Golden Girls as Rose, and she's primarily known for the movie The Proposal.
Primarily?
In her movies.
Oh, it was like Golden Girls. Her playing Rose is definitely what she's primarily known for.
Yeah, just talking about movies.
Yeah, The Proposal. Yeah, big movie for her. Love her little documentary, Big Cats, or whatever it may be called. It's something with cats. Uh,
It was awesome.
really sweet one where it feels like she could whisper to the lions, and she
She
would.
did. She calmed down the lion. He laid down and he looked at her.
That's exactly what happened. Betty White, awesome TV personality we get to highlight here on today, as we do have a winner here.
JJJ at American Legion Spicer takes home $232. Congratulations there. That was our minor jackpot prize. We'll have $57.20 getting tacked on to this next round. The final game that Ian and I will be here live for, as we have a double Musco on the line.
Absolutely. As we get into another celebrity birthday, born on today in 1931, James Earl Jones, the American Tony, Emmy, Grammy, and Golden Globe award-winning actor with The Great White Hope, Star Wars as he was the voice of Darth Vader, and Field of Dreams. So many great roles for James Earl Jones. He has got one of the greatest voices in cinematic history.
I completely agree. He also seems like a man I want to give a hug to. He seems like he gives good hugs.
Yeah, James Earl Jones, just a sweet man.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that like nurturing grandpa look to him that could be stern when you need him to be. He just seems like a great upstanding guy.
He's also the former baseball player, right, in the Sandlot movies that owns the dog.
Yes.
Yeah. So happy birthday to James Earl Jones. Great actor.
Absolutely. Up next in 1941 or 1942, we got Muhammad Ali. He is the American boxer world heavyweight champion from 1964 all the way through 1967. Pick it back up again in 1974 through 1978.
Wow.
Really incredible stuff. Muhammad Ali, just an incredible boxer.
Yeah, considered the greatest one or one of the greatest boxers of all time, and has to be one of the greatest like pre-fight interview speech makers, because he just had so many of those great iconic speeches that were just so fun to like listen to and still get clipped into like sports edits all the time. Sting like a butterfly, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Great boxer we get to highlight here on today.
Yeah, that quote got ruined for me from Cars, because I heard it first in Cars, and so I always thought it was float like a butterfly, sting like a beamer. For the longest time, until like middle school, I think I finally learned that it wasn't that.
That it was just that they
Doc
were quoting
had ruined it for me from Cars.
That's so funny.
Another iconic Doc.
There you go. 1957, born on today, we got Steve Harvey, the American actor, comedian, radio personality, most known for his time as the host of Family Feud.
Wow, what was in the water? We got some incredible birthdays on today.
Yeah, it's probably the greatest list that we could cover. At least like actor comedian wise, it's got so many iconic people.
Absolutely. Steve Harvey is one of my favorite, probably my favorite reality show host or game show host, if you will. I absolutely love Steve Harvey. I love Family Feud. I think it's super funny. Love his mustache. We were just talking pretty recently about if we could pick any celebrity to have in bobblehead form. I picked Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey is a great bobblehead. Would be a great
bobblehead. With his big white teeth and him holding the Family Feud card.
Absolutely.
I want it.
Happy birthday, Steve Harvey.
Up next in 1962, we got Jim Carrey. He is the Canadian-American actor from The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Yes Man. So many.
Yeah.
Bruce Almighty.
Most recently, the Sonic franchise.
But he isn't he Dr. Egghead?
Yeah, and I think he plays like two different Dr. Eggheads or something in the newest one. He plays two different characters in the newest one. So happy birthday to Jim Carrey. Just a fantastic actor that brings so many laughs to people, whoever watches him.
Absolutely. Can you believe that the first movie I watched of his was Me, Myself, and Irene?
That's crazy. That's
horrible movie to start off with as a child, but what are you gonna do?
I can't think of what my first one would be of him.
Probably like The Mask, but
The Grinch was the first one I ever watched.
Good stuff.
Next up in 1971, we got Kid Rock, the American rapper, songwriter, and hip hop and country rock musician, all summer long picture and actor in Devil Without a Case. I've been boating next to Kid Rock before, as I had a friend that owned a lake house a few houses down from Kid Rock's vacation house in Michigan, and so I've actually been boating around and saw Kid Rock boozing it up out on the lake.
I've been boating with Kid Rock at that house.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I was probably like 7 years old, but yeah, I still remember he asked my parents if he could smoke cigarettes around me. And I was like, that's very courteous for a rock star.
Well, happy birthday, Kid Rock.
They let him. Up next in 1980, we got Zooey Deschanel. She is the American actress from Almost Famous, Elf, and New Girl, where she stars. She's even a singer where she sang songs like Him and I.
It's crazy.
She and Him.
That she's older than Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was also born on today, and Calvin Harris, the DJ songwriter, both born on today. So happy birthday to all of our celebrities and all of you guys out there celebrating your birthday on this January 17th. As we have RSK and Sisters splitting up our $91.70 double Musco prize in this fantastic matchup of Game Day Bingo. You'll now be getting enrolled into some Lucky 4 Bingo action. And as you do so, we have a great player spotlight.
Jack at American Legion Holding Ford just this past weekend took home over $73,000 while playing. Well, they, as well as everyone else at American Legion Holding Ford, supports the American Legion Post 211 Holding Ford. They aim to enhance the well-being of Americans' veterans, their families, and our military, as well as our communities, by their devotion to mutual helpfulness.
And that's just a reminder, as you guys play pilot games, your community wins.